Good morning, everybody. It's Mr. Enoch here. Today is March 31st. Today is my video that's going to explain the enrichment, and I'm also going to do a little bit of review of setting and background so you can do the extension enrichment piece today. So start by reminding you that you can find these directions two places. One is in the update section, and two is our enrichment day 2, Tuesday, March 30th. Materials. So here are our directions. So please complete the following task. This Schoology folder is set up so you have to complete tasks before you can move on to the next. So first thing I want you to do is read for 15 to 30 minutes today. You can always read more, but that's just to kind of limit the amount of time you actually need to work on any of these enrichment pieces. Then I'd like you to read and review the setting and background worksheet. I'm actually going to do that with you here today on the video. Then I need you to please post on the discussion board. This one is titled, I think, Mini Reflection Discussion. This just, again, gives me a sense of what you're reading so that I know when I look at your enrichment piece what setting or author background or genre you're researching. And then please complete and submit one of the following enrichment activities. So the first one, and I'll actually explain these as I go in, after I go over the setting and background. So if we go back over here, first thing I'd like you to look at is this worksheet right here, Setting Worksheet PDF. So part of this week is to go over some concepts that we've gone over before. So right here, I have a worksheet, Setting. What is setting? In literature, the setting is the surroundings and the time in which events of a story take place. It's one of those basic things that we go over for most stories, but sometimes it's so basic we don't really think about it more deeply than that. So setting can include information about anything from the era or period. So if you think back to The Demon Lover, it was during World War II, during the Battle of Britain. It could be a date and time of day. So again, going back to The Demon Lover, it was kind of towards the end of the day as she was collecting material. It could be a geographical location. It could include weather and natural surroundings. Or it could also include immediate surroundings of a character or their social conditions. So if you think back to the novel Speak, Melinda's social conditions were at a high school. So how an author sets the scene. So an author sets the scene or creates a setting by describing the things you, the reader, might experience if you were there. What you'd see, hear, feel, sometimes even what you might smell or taste. We worked on a lot of that with our memoir pieces. How do you build how do you write so that the people reading can actually see what you're describing? Authors may also describe what's happening in the world beyond the present moment in the story, where we are in time and what big events have just brought us to this moment. If you remember, that is like a flashback. The setting also answers the following questions. Where does the story take place? When does the story take place? And what are the conditions like in this time and place? And then finally, different types of text can portray the same setting very differently. So if we think about something like London, so on the night we speak of, this is from Peter Pan by J.M. Barrie. On the night we speak of, the children were once more in bed. It happened in Nana's evening doff, and Mrs. Darling had bathed them and sung them all, till one by one they had let go her hand and slid away into the land of sleep. All were looking so safe and cozy that she smiled at her fears, and now sat down tranquilly by the fire to sew. Now, this next one comes from Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. For the combination of both these blessings in one simple process of picking oakum, Oliver bowed low by the direction of the beetle, and was then hurried away to a large ward where, on a rough, hard bed, he sobbed himself to sleep. So if you think about it, that's the same setting. They both describe someone's bed. The first setting, though, from Peter Pan, it seems like a very nice place to go to bed. You have someone putting you to bed, whereas in Oliver Twist, and if you don't know about Oliver Twist, he happens to be an orphan. He's crying himself to sleep on a rough, hard bed. So these bedtime settings are similar, but these texts have very different stories and they set a very different scene. So that's going to be our focus today as you read, is thinking about setting. So after you read for 15 to 30 minutes or longer if you'd like, I'd like you to complete this mini reflection just to give me a sense of the setting of your piece. So the one I'm really worried about here is down here. Just quickly describe the setting of the piece you were reading. Now, I know for some of you, if you're doing nonfiction, that might be a little bit more difficult because in a nonfiction piece, it might not have a traditional setting. But please just do your best. Think about the background or genre as well, and I'll go into some more detail about that in a second here. And then finally, the extension piece. Well, I shouldn't say finally, but the extension piece, the one that I'll give you feedback on, not graded, but I will give you some sort of little grade with it, let you know how you did. You can pick one of the following three options to help you understand the setting or background of your story a little bit better. So the first thing you can do is research the setting. So conduct some basic research, and I'm talking just Googling the setting or context of your book. So where and when did the story take place? What are some of the characteristics of that time period? How are these characteristics reflected in the book? In your submission, just type a brief response to these questions. Also include any links that you referenced during your research. Again, consider this like initial research. Don't think you have to have internal citations or anything like that. I just want you to take the time, learn a little bit more about the setting you are researching. You could also conduct some research into the background of your author, because setting and background are actually very closely intertwined. Authors often write about the places they know, the places they've lived. So you can conduct some research about the author of your book. Who is the author? What is the context of their writing, time and place? So if you think back to Edgar Allan Poe, we watched that short video about him and we learned about his life and things he was going through, which probably led him to write some of the things he did. What are some interesting facts about his or her life? What significant life experiences did they have? How did his or her life experiences influence his or her writing? In your submission, include at least 2 paragraphs explaining. Now, when I say 2 paragraphs, I'm going to be very lenient with that. But two sections, including the relevant information and any links that you used or referenced during your research. And then finally, you could research the genre. So you could conduct some research about the genre of the book. What is the genre? What are the characteristics of this genre? Which of these characteristics have you identified thus in your reading? In your submission, please include your answer to these questions and explanations. Also include any links to any websites you have referenced during your research. Now, I will say, if you chose to do a nonfiction piece, you're going to want to choose option 3. And when it says research the genre, that's a pretty open idea. So conduct some research about the type of article you read. So if it was a self-help article, you could identify some other self-help articles. If it was an article about, let's say, concussions, you could research another article about concussions. I know that's one of the ones on our list. But that's only if you did one of the nonfiction articles from class. If you're reading a nonfiction book, you actually probably will be able to research the author background or the setting. If you bear with me, we have one more idea here. This is a writing prompt that you can do at any point. So yesterday, in our 6-word memoirs, many of you mentioned that you were bored. The free time, while it seemed like a great thing at first, when it became a daily reality, it wasn't as great as it seemed. And I understand the past few weeks have had limitations because of things like social distancing and closures of many public spaces. But this idea of boredom is something I want you to consider. And here's some questions to guide your discussion for your writing prompt. And remember, your classmates will see this. I will see this. So what's so difficult about free time? Can boredom be a good thing? What are some ways to embrace boredom? What are some ways to avoid boredom? And then what's the difference between embracing boredom and avoiding it? How can we best make use of unstructured free time? What is the most positive thing you've completed with the free time you've had? What's a struggle you've had with this free time? And feel free to post as much or as little as you would like. Also, please feel free to respond to your classmates' ideas. Ask each other questions, share experiences, and be constructive. Now remember that I am a teacher and I do have the responsibility to make sure that our discussions are respectful and constructive. With that in mind, I want this to be a place where you guys can discuss this. Kind of like a fishbowl, I am going to monitor and I am here to help. And I probably will add some of my own ideas, maybe ask some follow-up questions. But otherwise, this is a place for you guys to discuss some of these ideas that I saw were kind of a running theme from yesterday. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And one last reminder, please make sure, look at PowerSchool. If you are missing anything, if anything's a 0 with that little exclamation point for missing, that's something you can make up and you should be making up in order to improve your grade. Thank you guys. Have a good day. And I will talk to you guys later.